It seems like within the following weeks, we are about to get a lot of call-ups, a lot of returns, and a lot of changes to the roster in WWE. This is Restaurant bringing you today's top 5 wrestling news and rumors. Make sure to elbow drop that like button and have those notifications turned on to always be up to date. And let's get right into it. Let's start off with some breaking news over the last 24 hours. As one half of the current NXT Tag Team Champion, Nash has been fired from WWE. Carter was fired after domestic violence allegation came out from Impact Wrestling's Kimberly. But according to the Wrestling Observer Radio, he wasn't fired for these allegations. Instead, he was fired for the image that was shown after, which was him posing as Hitler. The Wrestling Observer Radio ended up indicating that there were rumblings about this over a week ago. WWE more or less had their doubts, but they still ended up putting the titles on him at NXT Stand and Deliver. Meltzer emphasized that the photo was actually the real reason up to why he was fired. All of this is obviously a weird situation. WWE even announced a title matchup for next week, so MSK was going to be defending those titles. Obviously now that's not going to happen. It will be interesting to see what they do with Wesley and how they go about this. They probably going to make it into an injury storyline, making that the reason for MSK quote-unquote dropping the title or something. While we are on the topic of NXT, there is a lot of call-ups coming up and multiple reports in regards to it. 5 with select reports that there have been internal discussions about Imperium getting moved up to the main roster to the SmackDown brand. The discussion specifically involves Gunther and Marcel Bartel going to the main roster but not Fabian Aichner, which might explain why they're building up a breakup right now, and probably why Gunther ended up losing the NXT Championship match up against Braun Breaker already this past Tuesday. They gave us that main event matchup right away, so that could be why. More call-ups being discussed are Raquel Gonzalez and LA Knight. Most of NXT expect Raquel Gonzalez to happen very soon, but LA Knight isn't considered a locked in just yet. Something I'm not too thrilled about is that apparently if LA Knight is moved to Raw or SmackDown, the plan is to make him a manager. Leave it up to WWE to change things up. He is great on the mic, he's great on the ring, just have him be a singles competitor, let him go out there. More people we could be seeing showing up on SmackDown. PW Insider is reporting that Lacey Evans is scheduled to be backstage at this Friday night SmackDown event. We don't know if she's going to be showing up on TV, but she is definitely due for a return. She was of course out for over a year as she was pregnant. And here's a bit of a shocker. PW Insider is also indicating that Seth Rollins is also advertised for SmackDown. This is interesting because we do know that Cody Rhodes is supposed to be at the show, or at least on the arena. We don't know if he's going to show up on television. So having Seth Rollins there adds an extra layer of unpredictability. Maybe they're going to do Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins as a dark main event, or maybe Seth Rollins is going for Roman Reigns once again. We know that they got a lot of unfinished business. While we are on the topic of Cody Rhodes, he has been doing a lot of interviews as of late, and one of the things that he mentioned was that his Monday Night Raw promo was completely unscripted, and that might not necessarily be true. As according to Ringside News, Cody Rhodes' promo was actually scripted and it was approved by Vince McMahon on Friday. A quote-unquote member of the Raw writing team confirmed that the promo was 100% scripted. Even Seth Rollins coming out, doing the handshakes, and who extends their hand first was all scripted. So it's kind of odd that Cody Rhodes is pushing the narrative that they just gave him an open mic and he said what he wanted to say without being scripted. The way I see it, it might be one of the situations where he did ended up writing the promo instead of the creative team themselves, and Vince simply approved it. Vince approved whatever Cody wanted to say, so in a way he wasn't just given a promo to read it out. He had the leverage to say what he wanted as long as Vince approved it. That's my take on it, and I think it's a fair speculation. It was a great promo, so shout out to Cody Rhodes for getting it done, even if it had to be approved ahead of time. That is the latest that I got for you guys. If you enjoyed or found this informative, don't forget to elbow drop it and hit those notifications. Stay savage, and I'll catch you on the next one.